My metric number is 15 DRM19F1031 and I'm from DRM3A. And in this video, I will answer EOC question 1. Emma was instructed by her principal, Mr. Chu, to find a buyer for an apartment that the principal intended to sell with the commission of 3% of the price of the house. The principal clearly stated that the selling price must not less than 400,000. Alvin offered to buy the house at the price of 400,000 while Ame offered to buy it at 425,000. In ensuring that the house will be his, Alvin offered Emma an additional commission of 10,000. Emma accepted Alvin's offer without informing his principal about Ame's offer. Number 1. State 1 problem. Is Emma entitled to the commission offered by Alvin without the knowledge of his principal? Explain the relevant provision in the Contract Act 1950. Section 168 of the Contract Act 1950, if the agent inform the principal of the acceptance and the principal allow the agent to take the profit, the agent can keep the profit because it is no longer a secret. If the agent is found to have received a secret profit and the principal does not agree into it, the principal has the following remedies. Okay, number 1, the principal reserve the right to cancel or reject the contract, enter into the agent with a third party if he feels that the contract does not benefit him. Section 168 Contract Act 1950. Explain the case to support your answer. Case Andrew vs. Ramsey and Co. The plaintiff has ordered to defendant to sell his property and promised to pay a commission of £50 if the defendant successfully sell the property. Okay. Defendant successfully got a buyer who then paid £100 as a deposit. Defendant hand over the plaintiff £50 and keep another £50 as payment of commission on the plaintiff consent. Okay. The plaintiff later found out that the defendant has received another £20 for the buyer as a commission. The plaintiff demand that the defendant return the £50 commission that had been paid together with the £20 plaintiff as a secret profit. Held, the plaintiff has the right to claim both sums of money. Number 4, complete your answer. The principal may terminate the agent because the principal reserve the right to cancel or reject the contract entered into by the agent with a third party if he feels that the contract is not profitable to him.
Hello, my name is Sarvin. My metric number is 15 DRM 19F1005. Okay, on today I'm going to discuss about my end of chapter. Okay, the question is, Nazri is a collector of an antique items. Recently, he bought an antique telephone from Harith for 4,000 ringgit. He displayed it in his collection gallery and spent a few hundred ringgit in its repair. One day, a visitor to his gallery noticed that the telephone was similar to her telephone that was reported stolen months ago. After some checking, it was confirmed that the telephone turns out to be a stolen one, and as such, Nazri had no choice but returned it to the true owner. Nazri confronted Harith and demanded his money back plus the cost he has paid to repair the telephone. Okay, for the first question of the case is identify the issue in this case. Okay, the answer is the issue in this case is Nazri bought an few hundred ringgit to repair it and place it in his collection gallery. But actually, the antique telephone was stolen by Harith and he sold to Nazri. At last, true owner found it and Nazri have to give the antique telephone to the true owner. Okay, the second question is what are the principle and provision in Soga 1957 that are related to this matter? Okay, the answer is based on the principle of nemo dat quod non habet states that no one can give what he has not got or no one can give a better title than he has himself. The meaning is a seller who does not own the goods or who sells them without the owner's authority cannot transfer ownership to the buyer. According to Section 27 of Sales of Goods Act 1957 states that where goods are sold by person who is not the owner thereof and who does not sell them under the authority or with the consent of the owner, the buyer acquires on better title to the goods than the seller had. The third question is discuss relevant case regarding the issue mentioned above. Okay, the answer is in the case of Rowland vs. Dewal 1923, plaintiff bought a car from defendant and used it for several months. It then realized that defendant has no title to his car and the plaintiff is bound to return it back to the true owner. He sued defendant for recover back the purchase money that he had paid as on a total failure of consideration. The court held that he is entitled to recover the whole of its price because the consideration for the use of car had totally failed. Okay, the final final question is conclusion. Okay, the answer is the conclusion is a person who has no title cannot pass good valid title to other. This is to protect the ownership so that if goods are stolen and subsequently sold, the right of the original owner is retained. So Harith have to pay back Nazir the money that he spends for the antique telephone. Okay, the antique telephone was returned to the true owner. Okay, these are my answers for the questions. Thank you for listening.